Hello?
Hello.
Okay, well that wasn't that wasn't it. That wasn't the new opening. But it'll do for now. So anyway, okay. What do we got? We got Fake Human. Yeah, running after that kiwi, and adult play school. It's adult. It's adult daycare. It's adult daycare. Where you get to float around and with your little dolls and float them around the pool and put googly eyes on the pebbles. And hey, Howard Johnson, good to see you here. And so we're gonna actually at some point I'm gonna go through some of Prabhupada's what Prabhupada has to say about gurus. And qualifications of gurus and shit like that. But first I want to get to. Let me see. And I was watching it again with the sound. She's got some sound problems. I'm glad she's got subtitles, but she's got a lot of times she's got sound problems. I don't know what that is. what that is. But she's got a really good one right now. And so here we go with the with Daniela, knitting cold lady. Here we go.
We're reading from the second book of Daniela, The Culting of America. This is my Cults and Bad Guys Tactics book. And this is about why do people join cults? In chapter 2, The Sacred Assumption. As research on cults progressed, scholars realized that the idea of relative deprivation just didn't hold up. They're not joining cults because they're stupid or poor. What researchers did discover is two key things that most people in extreme groups have in common. Those are lack of social ties and being a seeker. The first, and probably the easiest to explain, is the lack of strong social connections. Sociologist Lorne L. Dawson, in his article, The Study of New Religious Movements and the Radicalization of Homegrown Terrorists, Opening a Dialogue, explains that people with fewer social ties tend to have lower stakes in conforming to societal norms. This makes them more open to joining groups that are in tension or conflict with society. This ties directly to Cialdini's social proof theory, which he discusses in his book, Influence, The Psychology of Persuasion.
Ugh. Always with the commercials.
One means we use to determine what is correct is to find out what other people think is correct, he writes. So if someone doesn't have those normal social connections to offer counterbalance, they're more likely to get drawn into extreme beliefs. Cialdini also tells us that the problem comes when we begin responding to social proof in such a mindless and reflexive fashion that we can be fooled by partial or fake evidence, which is right where cults want you. Having more friends or strong social ties can be a protective factor. Leah Remini's memoir, Troublemaker, Surviving Hollywood and Scientology, and her A&E series, Scientology and the Aftermath, provide numerous personal examples of family and friends discouraging involvement in Scientology. One major theme is that loved ones are often the first line of defense, stepping in when someone begins accepting the auditing process or deeper levels of Scientology. In Misguided, My Jesus Freak Life in a Doomsday Cult, Perry Bulwer says his lack of strong social ties and guidance led him to drop out of high school in Canada and join the Children of God cult. Among a list of things he describes that could have kept him from making such a momentous decision, he also includes a public school education emphasizing critical thinking skills that taught me how to think, not just what to think. This would have equipped me to examine and dispute the religious beliefs instilled in me. And a reliable mentor could have helped me with that process, advising me before I made the misguided decision to drop out of society. This pattern of social isolation is seen across other extreme groups too. Researchers have suggested that violence may be connected to unmet psychological needs, like the need to find a sense of belonging. Studies focusing on...
So I just want to, I want to comment that she's talking about, why is this not working? She's talking about people dropping out to join cults, dropping out of high school, dropping out of college, not having social ties, or the family ties that would be the first line of defense. Is like, what are you talking about? This is crazy. Why are you believing in this stuff? As to a factor as to why people join cults, and then of course the one that I mentioned that she also mentions is being lied to and deceived. So not only are people in a place where they're a seeker or they don't have social ties, strong social ties, maybe a strong circle of friends or family that they can fight in or that they share with, which leads them to extreme beliefs. They don't have those things. So then on top of that, they have people that are lying to them. They have people that are recruiting them. You have these Scientology recruiters. You have Hare Krishnas on their parades and their festivals and their books and their Harinams. And they're out there actively lying and deceiving people. Lying to them from the get-go. Oh, just chant and be happy. You don't have to do anything. Just chant. Just add Hare Krishna. You don't have to give up anything. You don't have to stop doing it. That's the first lie. And that's how they get you to take a book. That's how they get you to go to the whatever it is. Hey, thanks for joining in. I'm glad you're here. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Absolutely. So when you factor all these things in together, that's why people join cults. It's not because they're stupid. It's not because they got nowhere to go, or they're pedophiles, or scam artists, or whatever. The cult teaches you how to be all of that. They teach you how to be a scammer, how to do the pick, how to go out and Harinam, how to lie to people about books, how to lie to them about whatever. They teach you how to be homophobic and racist and sexist. They teach you all of that. You don't need to be any of that. You just need to be vulnerable. That's it. I'll just be vulnerable. And everybody's vulnerable. So that's the number one thing. Okay. Hey, Ghana, good to see you here. I'm glad you're here. Say hi to Alicia Harris, 8926. Joining in. It's great that you're here. I'm so glad you're here. If you're from that Reddit group, man, I'm telling you, whoo, that's so crazy. Okay, so that was the first knitting cult lady. Hey, Tim, good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, I wanted to show this. I don't know who sent me this. Somebody sent me this, and I wanted to show it. I thought it was funny. I thought it was really funny. And let me see where. I don't know how to get it to play again. Let me see. I don't know. Can I just, no, I don't know. Okay, I can't, I want to get it from the beginning. Let me see how I can get it. No, I don't know. We're going to come in the middle. And then we'll just watch it. We'll watch it twice. It's like old time movie theater. Here we go.
Me, right? Like, and I'm like super polite and like, I don't know if tolerant is the right word, or just like, I embrace everybody, you know, like, and so I was like, but I kept going. And then when I was waiting outside of this theater, they passed me. So now I'm just like, I'm a sitting duck, right? And so then they come, and the same lady, she comes right to me, and I think I like smiled to her. I was like, and I like, so that's like 2 confirmations, right? And so then they huddle around me. And they start singing like Hare Krishna, you know, they start singing it. And then the one guy, he's like, like it's a dance, right? And I'm like, well, I could dance, right? You know, I don't ever want to be one of those people that's like, you know, like, it's like, this what you do? Okay. Because I know sometimes, like, the fastest way to get rid of people is to just give them what they want, right? And so I was like, I'm gonna give them 2-step, and you know what I'm saying? Like, this started in the Bronx, right? So then they start singing or chanting. And they're doing, you know, Hare Krishna, and he's like, and now you. And I was like, and then they're like, you can do it. And I think maybe they thought I couldn't do it versus like I didn't want to do it. And then the guy who gets me to do the 2-step, he was like, just say it one time. And in my mind, you see, I'm Muslim, so I was like, is this their version of Shahada, right? You ain't gonna like convert me by accident, you know? Because I don't know what that means. He was like, just say it one time. And I was like, my mind, I'm like, astaghfirullah. There was a Hare Krishna parade. Oh, is that what it's called? A parade? Okay. I didn't like a group of people that formed.
Okay, so I want to say, hey, Eliana, good to see you here, man. Thanks for the prayers. Thanks for the Bhaktivenmo prayers. The Nacho Libre prayers. I just want to say it's really funny what she's saying about the whole thing, the Hare Krishna thing. It's funny. She's making a funny joke about it, and it's really cool how she turned it into a stand-up routine. I got to hand it to her. But yeah, Bhaktivenmo. So it's interesting how she makes it funny. She makes a joke out of it. It's a funny routine. I totally get it. But you know what? Seriously though, that's how they do it. And that's seriously what she's saying is exactly how that's exactly how they get people. I'm not gonna lie. That was the whole point, was to get her. I mean, they did exactly. She described it exactly. She smiled too hard. She made eye contact with her. The lady saw her, pointed her out. She went. They singled her out. They danced around her. They were like, "We're gonna get her to say it one time. Just say it one time." Yeah, they might pop in. But that's exactly how it happens. And she was she said, I'm a Muslim and I didn't want to accidentally get initiated or converted by accident, and she's making a whole joke about it, right? She's really and it's funny, and it's a funny joke, but in all seriousness, that's exactly what they're there to do, is to actually get her, like, she was the wrong person, but the right person would have been like, oh yeah, her, and would have chanted along with her and would have been clapping and would have done the whole thing and would have followed them back to the temple and would have taken their book, and the next thing you know, they're in the ashram. And I'm not, and I'm not trying to say, oh, you're exact. No, I'm not. That's just what it is. I'm just saying that's what it is. And it's interesting and that's what makes it so funny to me. That's what makes it so funny, but yet interesting, is that she's able to make a whole joke about it.
And they were moving, you know what I'm saying? A parade, a protest. Like, I don't know what it is until the authorities show up, But some of them did have on like these orange robes.
So. And I like that. I like that she's making fun of it. I mean, I like that it's humor and it's funny. But yeah, that was the whole point. That was the whole point of the whole thing. And she doesn't realize that she's making a joke about it, and it's funny. But the real joke is that she doesn't even know how spot on she is. I mean, she's actually spot on. She's actually spot on. Yeah, it's so it's interesting. I thought it was interesting. It's a parade, it's a protest. She doesn't know. She doesn't know until the authorities show up. Hey, Queen of Karma, good to see you. I see you out there working hard. Hats off to you. My hat's off to you, Queen of Karma. So yeah, I think it's really interesting. She doesn't know how right she is. She doesn't know how spot on she is, and I don't expect her to. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't make the joke any funnier. It doesn't make the joke any less funny. It's just a fucking disgusting. It's a fucking disgusting cult. It's a fucking disgusting cult. That's exactly what it is. But yeah, that's exactly how they do it. That's exactly how they do it. And she just described it. She described it in a stand-up comedy routine. That's it. That's all she did. She described it in a stand-up comedy routine. Okay, so I got that one. I got it. And hey, I think she's pretty funny. Go check her out. Her name is Zainab Johnson. Somebody sent this to me on, I guess it was Tim or Rafal. I'm not sure. Okay, got that out of the way. I got that out of the way. Okay, so let me just show you this. And again, I'm not trying to. Okay, I'm gonna hold off on this. Yeah, you know, it just, I caught a little bit of, hey, Snoggle, good to see you. It's good to see you. So yeah, because he was, I'm not sure if it was the same, I'm not sure it was the same one, that I saw that you're talking about, but he was mentioning, about whether these stories were true, and he was going on about that, which I think was a direct response, because the last show that I did was talking about, I was making a reference to these stories, and I was focusing on the fact that these are just stories. So I figured he was trying to have some kind of like a rebuttal to that. The next day, Yanni Man said, "I'm pissed." Yeah, I didn't see that, but I'm gonna do the best comedy is based on truth. Yeah, all comedy is based on truth. There has to be something truthful. Otherwise, the joke doesn't hit. But yeah, she nailed. Let me just say, she nailed it on that one. Let me just say, she nailed it. Okay, so yeah, I want to get to. I want to get to this one. Let me see. Hey, happy birthday! Sarah's your birthday. Happy birthday, man! I'm glad. I'm glad to see you. Really, I've been around trying to do some research. I've been watching the Scientology protesters. I think I got one to show. But yeah, it's good to see you here. So yeah, happy birthday. Yeah, so Yawning Man is pissed. He's pissed at us. Yeah, because I dared say that it's a bunch of stories. There's all a bunch of stories. It's a bunch of stories. You know what? Let me go ahead and let me go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and show this. I don't mean to. I'm not trying to rain on anybody's. If you believe in a religion, or you're following something, I don't mean to fuck with your beliefs.
If we knew half of what we know now about physics and about biology and astronomy, the Abrahamic religions couldn't be founded in this day. None of them could be founded and believed in by people who knew what we now know. The human species is, let's say, at least 100,000 years old. It's probably much older, maybe a quarter of a million years. You have to believe this to believe in Abrahamic religion. You have to believe the following: that for, let's call it 100,000 years, humanity is born, doesn't live long, mostly dies in childbirth, dies of its teeth, dies in terrible wars, famines, plagues, dies in fear because it doesn't know why there are volcanoes, doesn't know why there are plagues, doesn't know why there are earthquakes or tsunamis. Fear, misery, shame, terror, cruelty of all kinds. And for the first 97,000 of those years, heaven watches like this. And then after 97,000 years of it decides, we can't let this go on, we'll have to intervene. But only in the most barbaric and backward parts of the Middle East will we show our face to people who can't read, who are terrified, who are ignorant, who live basically with and like animals. Now, I submit that whatever may be the case, whatever is true, whatever may remain to us to find out, and as Socrates says, the great definition of wisdom is having some idea of how ignorant you are, whatever the outcome is, morally, scientifically, or logically, that cannot have been the case. Religion is false. I take my stand.
Yeah, and that's something that's it's hard to come to grips with. The idea that all of these stories they're just stories. It's hard to come to grips with that. It's hard to come to grips with that. It's just stories. But I hold to that. But if you want to believe in something and it doesn't interfere with somebody else's life, and you want to believe in the universal power of whatever, and I don't know, put a face on a rock and worship that with a little ladle. That's not bothering anybody, and you're not molesting any children. You're not manipulating any people, and you want to live in a hut, and that's what you want to do, man. I mean, hey, can't knock you for that. I mean, if that's what you want to do, but if you belong to a cult that's racist and sexist, and you're preaching this kind of bullshit that harms people, manipulating their minds, breaking up their families, breaking up their marriage, telling people that you're the savior of the world, and that if they come and they worship your feet, worship your feet, or call you Guru Dave, or call you Gora Hoodie, or Gora whatever, because you had a dream about something. Well, fuck you. You're a piece of shit for trying to come between someone's marriage or someone's family, manipulating people, all kinds of fucked up shit. That ain't love. That ain't teaching no love of God. That ain't teaching no prem, no Rupa Nuga Bhakti. That ain't teaching nothing. You're a fucking fake phony, and it goes for all of these gurus, all of them. Yeah, are you harming others, pushing your beliefs on others? I mean, if you want to be, people are mentally ill, and people are mentally ill, and there's nothing we can do about it. They need help. They need treatment. These people are voluntarily going crazy on their own. They still need help. They still need treatment. But that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Yeah, especially, if you're pushing a belief of like, hey, let's all be friends and love each other, and let's all get along. I don't think that's really doing much harm. But if you're pushing a belief that's racist and sexist and child marriage and pedophilia and protecting a God-man worshiping gurus who molest little children, and you want little children to get down and worship these molesting pedo freaks, and you're too dumb to see it, you're too stupid to see how that's fucking harming people. Yeah, that shit is wrong. That shit's just wrong. That's it. Eaten by the monster love. Yep. I joined the cult because my brother and other family members were part of the cult. My brother would say to us that we couldn't have a relationship unless we were part of the cult. Yeah, and they mean it. I remember my friend Beer Lakshman, he told me after, like, we were friends. I knew him for a few months before I got in. He gave me a book. Like, he didn't give me a book the first day I met him. So, like, we were friends for like a couple of months, and then he ended up giving me a Bhagavad Gita. So, in the first 2 months that I knew the guy, we just talked about ordinary stuff. We didn't talk anything about Krishna. And then I became a devotee. So then, like, a few years after I became a devotee, he told me, he said, yeah, when I first met you, you were, I didn't really like you that much because you weren't a devotee. And, I was just putting up with you because, you were like, we were like friends in the material. It was a material thing, but once you became a devotee, then that's when he accepted me as a friend. It's like, he didn't give a fuck about me until I took that Bhagavad Gita from him and started reading it and became interested in Hare Krishna. Then that's when he was like, oh, this guy is cool. I can be his friend. Before that, he was phony as fuck, and he was telling me because I thought he was a cool friend. That's how fucked up these people are. They don't give a fuck. They will be phony. They will be phony as fuck as long as if they think that they can get you into the cult. It's a fucking cult, and we know. We all know all the ins and outs, all the strands in old Duder's head. We know them all. Well, I missed I missed a lot of these comments. Yeah, Queen's birthday. Yeah. So there was a couple knitting coal lady videos that I wanted to show where she's talking about how all religions are not cults, and I think I showed it on the last one, and that's harmful because what it does is it equates all the cults with just religions, and people get misconception about that cults aren't really like Scientology. If all religions are cults, then they're all equally as dangerous as Scientology, and that's just not true. They're not all the same. They're not all the same like that. And people who have been in cults like us, we know that not all religions are cults, and not all are dangerous, mind controlling, brainwashing. What do you call it? Spiritually blackmailing its members. It's not. It's not the same. It's not the same experience. Yeah, it is. It's very common. I'm not gonna say most people join because of family, but it is common for family members to join because a family member joined. Like my nephew. My nephew would never have joined, but he got into it because I gave him a book. Because I you know, after so many years, after I was in it for I don't know how many years, we started hanging out, and I gave him a book, and then I got him into it. He went to India and everything. He totally got into it because of me, because of me. It's not funny. I hope he woke up and got out of it. Yeah, religions. Yeah, cults are. Cults also realize the best way to continue is to have people born into them. Yes, but that's where cults have a trouble keeping those people that are born into it. A lot of people that are born into cults leave. So that's why, that's the problem. Is they know that they need to keep the people that are born. They need to keep the children in. That's key to a cult growing. But a lot, that's the most difficult thing is to keep the children in. That's why you see them out canvassing for new people all the time because they need new people because they just can't keep the children in. Speaking of this, I just wanted to mention, the reason I started doing my Hare Krishna thing and talking about my story, was where is it? Let me see. Was because I was watching these Scientology protesters, and these are people that have never been in. These people have never been in Scientology. They just were motivated to oppose this human trafficking, child abusing cult, and I was very much impressed by that.
Trying to recruit people. You're out here trying to recruit people. I can't believe it. You caught a Scientologist in the wild. Look at him speed running. Look at him, he's speed running. Watch out for this guy. He's a Scientologist. We got a Scientologist recruiter right here. He's a Scientologist recruiter. He's trying to recruit you into a cult. You can tell by his shoes. Look how big his shoes are. You can tell. He's a Scientologist recruiter. He's a cult recruiter. He's trying to rope people into a cult. Come on now. And you can tell, look at him, he's wearing that corset like he's a bellhop or a Disney actor or something. Now here's the wildest part, right? Right here, this is Kaiser Permanente where they have their mental health clinics. This is where their psychiatrists are based out of. What he's going to do is he's going to use Kaiser as a shield. Watch. Unless they told him to stay out of there. Oh, I guess they told him to stay out because normally they go running in there to try to hide. But again, these people right here are Scientologists. They want to ban psychiatry. They want to ban mental health medications, but they would always use the Kaiser facility.
So this is the kind of, and I'm all for this type of protesting. I'm all for exposing these cult people in the wild, exposing what they're doing. I'm all for it. I know that with the Hare Krishna, it can be dangerous to confront them. They get violent. They don't give a fuck. They get violent. So I know it's dangerous. And almost all cults get violent when you confront them with about their bullshit. They like to call the cops. They like to use the government resources, even though they don't pay taxes. They're going to call the cops on you and try to use the court system, even though they don't pay into this. They don't pay into anything. They just take and abuse and manipulate and harm. That's it. And the celibacy, the repression, it's not healthy. It's all bullshit. So I'm all for the protesting them like that. I'm all down with that. And I would say if there was a Rath Yatra in your area, in your city, a Rath Yatra or a Hare Krishna festival somewhere, I'm all for protesting that. I'm all, this is a child molesting pedophile cult. This is bullshit. They have child molester gurus. They protect them. They believe in child marriage. They believe the founder was 22, had an 11-year-old wife. He was authorizing 12-year-old girls to get married in 1977 because they're going to try and say, well, that was 100 years ago. And you're going to say, no, it was in 1977. He said that women have small brains and like to be raped. He said black people belong in the jungle. They should never been given freedom, never given civil rights or anything like that. That's who these people are. So yeah, I'm all for protesting them in public. So yeah, I want to make sure I'm not missing any trolls that come in here and want to comment, and then I don't see them. Okay, here we go. Who's this guy? Oh, this guy's back. Hey, Black Tornado 1000. Good to see you. Mayavad philosophy preached by Shankaracharya and Ramana Rishi is actually the authentic spiritual science. All the stories about the gods are symbolic and metaphorical. Yeah, well, the Shankaracharya and the Ramana Maharishi authentic spiritual science. What spiritual science? What's scientific about that stuff? What is scientific? What spiritual science? What is that spiritual science going to do? You tell me what does that spiritual science do for you? You're going to tell, it gives me happiness. It makes me happy. It makes me fuck. That is all a bunch of bullshit. That's what I'm preaching against, is bullshit. It's people trying to say that these scriptures and all of this bullshit has some kind of relevance or importance. And therefore you should read it and waste your time with this bullshit. Don't waste your time with this bullshit. I know, or any of these people. Buddhist teachings make much more sense, but I don't even want to get into that because that's just more stuff. It's just more stuff. But I mean, if it makes you happy and you're not harming anybody, then I don't give a fuck. Spiritual science. Spiritual science is spiritual science. It's the science of something that doesn't exist. There's a whole branch of science for something that doesn't exist. Imagine that. Okay, absolutely. But if you say so, Black Tornado. Whatever. If you say so, I don't know. I know. Put it in your own words. Can you put it in your own words? I know. Parrot talk. Is this parrot talk? Is this repeating the same shit? It's just a bunch of fucking. Where are my sounds? It's just a bunch of yabba dabba. It's a bunch of yabba dabba do. Anytime I hear, yeah, you know, yeah, like I can say I respect Socrates, I respect Plato, but you know, like, okay, so now what do we do? Now what do we do? I'm just being real. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to knock. I mean, people read Socrates and they go, wow, I really respect Socrates. Okay. All right. Your respect for Socrates and, you know, $10 will get you something to eat at McDonald's. I don't know what you want with your respect for Socrates or respect for any of these scriptural yabba dabba doo. I don't know. If somebody wants to tell me, tell me. I mean, it's all imagination. It's all imagination, like the Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. It is freaking. Hey, Rafael. Hey, good to see you, man. Good to see you here. Okay, all right. I'm not going to say that you didn't have trauma. I'm not going to say it didn't help you. I'm not going to argue with you about that. But you know, I can't argue with you about how you feel about it. But I know physically, scientifically, believing in these scriptures had no effect on your bodily functions or anything, your physical body. I just know that for a fact. And I'm not trying to say that you didn't have some, you know, like you don't feel otherwise. But that's it. You know, there's no correlation. A correlation does not indicate causation or whatever. The prayers does not, you know, the prayer is not what happened. It's not what made the thing happen. It wasn't the prayer. It wasn't the prayer. It wasn't the chanting. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not. But I'm not going to argue with you. You know that. You know, you want to think positive. You know, good. You know, good for you. Yeah, exactly. Good for you. You know, that's good for you. If something that Sankaracharya wrote 1,500 years ago made your back feel better, or you know, made your legs stop cramping, hey, great. Who am I to say? Who am I to say it didn't? Okay, it didn't, but okay. All right, that's all. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Okay, we did that. We did this guy. Okay. And we did this one. Okay. Yeah, you know, I had this crazy, let me tell you this story. So in LA, maybe some of you know, some of you people who were in LA back in the 90s. So this was around 96. This is around 95, 96, 97 in LA. There was this crazy guy in the ashram. He was like a brahmachari in the ashram. And he was a little wacky. I mean, everybody's a little wacky, but this guy was a little extra wacky. And I know that you know what I'm talking about. These guys are like extra wacky. So he was in LA and he was mental, okay? But everybody's a little wacky, so they don't really stand out too much until you get to know them. And I didn't know this guy, so I didn't know he was wacky. And I'm in India with my daughter. We're in India, we're in Vrindavan, and we're at somebody's little room. And this guy is there from LA. This crazy, and now I'm like in a room with him, and there's only like maybe 5 of us in this room, and we're all talking about, I don't know, like 3 of us are devotees and the other 2 are like Indian guys, and I think my daughter is there. And so us 3 devotees are talking, and my 2 Indian friends, or whoever is there, they're talking. And I'm like, oh, this guy, you're the guy from LA. It's like, I'm like, oh, you're the guy from LA. You're the crazy guy you're the guy that looks crazy from LA. And sure enough, the guy's crazy. He starts talking about how he can levitate, how he can chant these Hanuman mantras and just float up into the sky. But he's telling me you gotta do all this stuff right. And then you got all this stuff. And he's got the mantra written down on a piece of paper. And he's just like, the guy's nuts. I mean, obviously the guy's nuts because I know good and well this guy's not levitating. He's not levitating. But you could tell he's like cuckoo's nest. He believes this shit. And he's telling me and the other guy. And he's telling us how to do it. And that we need to go back to our room and we need to practice this Hanuman mantra so we can levitate. And then we start levitating and it'll clear our mind. I don't know, all this shit will happen, our third eye, whatever. Fucking, and it's just, I don't think she remembers. I don't think she remembers. Maybe she does. Because at the time, she knew the guy. Like, she was like, that's that guy. That's that guy. That's that guy from LA. And we both knew that the guy would look crazy. But now we had confirmation that the guy was nuts. Yeah, it's total BS. But anyway, the guy believed it. These people are nuts. But they believe this stuff. They believe they can levitate. They believe that they can chant these. Because they read Prabhupada's books, and Prabhupada's books are full of stories where people are doing weird shit. And it chants certain mantras, and you can turn into a tree, or you chant a certain mantra, and you can make gold out of trash. I don't know. It's just Prabhupada's books full of all kinds of crap, and these people that read this shit, and they believe it. They believe this stuff. By defending the cult, you're condoning molesters, women abusers, misogynist freaks, and that's what you're promoting by being part of the Hare Krishna cult. Yeah, I don't know if he's part of it or not. I don't know if he's part of it or not. Yeah, these people that come in and go, well, I had a good time. It's like, we don't care about your good time. If you want to, there's a lot of ISKCON web pages where all they talk about is a good time. We're not here to talk about the good time. We're here to talk about the trauma and the issues and the damage that it does, because that's what they don't want to talk about. They want to act like that this stuff doesn't exist. They want to act like we don't exist, and the trauma and the harm that they cause doesn't exist. They want to act like Paz's family doesn't exist. They want to act like all the families of people that join, like they don't exist. There's a lot of places where these people can go and pretend like there's like ISKCON is fantasy land at Disneyland, or whatever. This is where we come. We talk about the truth. We talk about the truth about these scriptures, that they're full of shit. That they're not anything what they talk about. And we talk about truth about these gurus. That Prabhupada and all these gurus are full of shit. They're scammers, if not straight up pedophiles. And we talk about there is no chanting and being happy. It's chanting and get harmed. Chant and be harmed. That's what it is. It seems like similar stories from worldwide ISKCON. Yeah, I'm sure I'm sure these guys are everywhere, man. Or it's the same guy just moving around. I've experienced a good number of proper wackos within the movement. After all, everyone actively promoting this cult is nuts. Yeah, and I don't know about. I can't speak for anyone else here, but I would run across these people and just go, "Is everybody fucking insane in this cult?" That's why when I had my, Tattva Darshan moment, I guess that's why I was just like, I'm out of here. I seen enough. I was like, I seen enough. I seen enough, and I've been kept quiet about it I'm going to say for a good 15 of the 20 years, I was just like, what the fuck is this? You know, but I was still brainwashed. I was brainwashed into it. But I was just like, why is Yashoda not a Swami? Why are all these guys not Swamis anymore? Why would they, if being a Swami is so friggin' wonderful, how could you guys fall down? And a million questions like that. About the children, about Prabhupada, about these gurus, about everything. He's levitating in his dreams. You know, I'm going to tell you right now, when I was talking to this guy, and I am not joking, I'm not exaggerating. I was standing there talking to this guy, when he was telling me about these mantras and levitating, I was thinking in my mind, I was like, I got to get away from this guy because this guy is crazy and he's dangerous. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I didn't give a fuck about no mantra. I didn't give a fuck about no levitating and no Hanuman mantra. I just wanted to get away from this guy because I could tell this guy was nuts. And he was like a big guy. He was like he was like a bodybuilding guy. He was like way bigger than me. And he was like a big, and he was like he's like Mr. Brahmachari, you know, it was just like, and I know Rafael, you know what, you all know what I'm talking about. These guys are nuts. I remember a Mayapur devotee who chanted Hanuman Chalisa and mantras and then become possessed by a goddamn monkey spirit. He was climbing trees and doing black flips like Cirque du Soleil. You know, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say other than this cult causes people to go crazy. It just does. And I think the crazy, depending on the person, depending on what they're doing, depending on their mind frame, depending on how nuts they were before they got involved with Hare Krishna, like, you know, people like Hot Lips, people like Gora Hoodie, people like Hridayananda, people like Indra Yumna and Bhakti Vikash. I don't know how crazy they were before they joined. I don't know what kind of nutcase Donavir was, or what kind of a nutcase these people were before they joined, but we can see what kind of nutcase they are now. Friggin' insane. Friggin' insane. I did hear this Gorahari did mention, he said to me, he was talking to me because I was listening to this because I was doing some research. I wanted to do a thing about gurus. So I wanted to grab a clip of him saying something stupid, which is really easy because everything he says is stupid. But he said something about me, and he said, Mike, don't be upset with these gurus, ISKCON gurus. Be upset that you were in ISKCON for 20 years, which just shows you how stupid he is, because I say that all the time. Yeah, I was brainwashed for 20 years. You know, he thinks that's a flex, but he's still in it. He was in it before I joined, and he's still talking the same bullshit, and I've been out for 14 years. So, yeah, I was in it for 20 years, and I brought my daughter in it, and the harm that came to her and came to us as a family and everything. Yeah, 20 years. I'm not proud of it. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not hiding it. But I'm not still in it like you're dumbass. I don't think I'm a freaking guru like you're dumbass. I can say that. Dude, yeah, fake it till you levitate it. Fake it till you levitate. Yeah, I mean, and that's what it is. That's what it is with these people. It's nothing but faking it. It's nothing but cosplaying and faking it. You some kind of is you some kind of a spiritual David Blaine or something? Every time I speak out about it, people go, "How come you never tell the good stories?" And I'm like, huh? Yeah, exactly. And like, hey, you want to hear good stories? Like, if you want to hear good stories, you can go here to the ISKCON page. Look, you got ISKCON News, and they're gonna act like it's the greatest thing on the planet. Like still glomming off of George Harrison, right? Still glomming off of him, like that's relevant in 2026. I mean, I'm a George Harrison fan, but I mean, come on, it's still. I mean, come on, what are we doing here in 2026? You got these jokers on there, Prabhupada on every page, trying to show off like they give a fuck about clean air and climate. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Look at all these supposedly celibate men. Probably half of these. I'm gonna be honest with you. Half of these guys in here are probably child molesters, and I say that because the teachings teach them to have a child wife. A 12-year-old wife is perfectly okay. An 80-year-old man can marry a 16-year-old girl. Women have small brains and like to be raped. That's what these guys think. Oh, look, we're giving out food, even though we're racist and sexist and homophobic and all of this shit. But please give us some credit because we hand out food. So yeah, you want good stories? Go there. Don't stick around here. We're not about good stories. We're about the truth. We're about the reality and the harm that this cult causes people. That's what we're talking about. We don't give a fuck about your good times. You can go share your good times with all your good time buddies. That's what I say. And these people love the pedophile cult. Yeah, it's like I would, next time, Queen, next time, say, do you know what's in their teachings? Or that? Do you know what's in their teachings? Do you know about the racism, the sexism, the homophobia, the child marriage, and the pedophilia? Do you know about that? And you have the nerve to ask me, like I only talk about the bad stuff? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, seriously, that's like, now I got to do, where is it? I can't even find my sounds anymore.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Has the whole world gone crazy? I'm trying to get caught up. It's like the messages go by so fast that I can't get to everything. I just can't. Yeah, getting out of ISKCON is the best story ever. That's the most important one. Is that we survived. Yeah, at least more than half of them. At least half of those guys, because they all believe this shit, and half of them are acting on it. Spiritual steady, give me a break. I know it's all a bunch of bullshit, and I know. Has the whole world gone crazy? Has the whole
world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Okay, I want to get back to this because this is an important video. I want to show this video. I want to get through some videos, and I want to get to some Krishna videos because I guess they're backing up again. They're backing up like a meal at Taco Bell. Okay, that's how bad they're backing up. So here, hold on a second. Let me see. Let me see if I get this.
That's the religion that's nicely.
Don't worry about your valuables when you travel.
Not
Keep
again.
them in the personal pocket bag instead. This way your passport, phone, wallet and other valuables
Whoops.
will be safely within hand's reach from the time you leave home.
There we go.
And I suppose for anyone listening, the book is really on a natural explanation for religious experiences, particularly within Christianity. And it's not necessarily that it might only be applicable to Christianity, but that's the religion that I'm most familiar with, and that's the religion that I was a part of when I had what I believed to be a religious experience. So, and again, we have spoken about this in some of the other discussions, but to very briefly summarize, in 2002, 2003, I was living in London. I had a manic episode, which is the elevated state of bipolar disorder, and I thought that I was having a religious experience, so much so that I resigned from my job. I started working for the church, and I was, very much convinced that it was, 100% convinced that it was an experience of God. And as often happens with bipolar disorder, the mania or the elevated state was followed by a very deep depression. And during that time, it really urged me to consider the possibility that it wasn't something supernatural, and that maybe it was something natural that was going on. And I kind of thought to myself, well, if I could be fooled by an experience like this, could other people not also be fooled by similar natural experiences? And that really kicked off my interest in religious and spiritual experiences. And essentially the book makes the argument that anyone, or pretty much anyone, can experience these elevated states that are typically associated with bipolar disorder. There's a very specific process that can put people into these states. And Christianity, whether intentionally or not, facilitates that precise process. So the argument is that if a person goes through a period of psychological suffering, which might include feelings like guilt, shame, inadequacy, and fear, and I think anyone that's spent a bit of time in Christianity can understand how those feelings might emerge and how they might be prompted by some of the specific verses in the Bible, and even more particularly by certain denominations that you might have a leader of.
So as you can guess, what the point of what he's saying, and you can watch this video, it's really good, is that, and I've said this in the past, but of course I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a psychologist, I have no credentials, but I've been saying the same thing. I've been saying exactly what this guy is saying, and I don't mean that like I'm some kind of genius or anything. I'm not. I'm just saying that I've been saying the same thing that this guy's been saying. That you can create an experience, and people can claim that it's a euphoric, religious, or spiritual experience, and you can induce that on someone, and that's what these religions do. That's what religions do. That's what cults do, and he's explaining how you can do the shaming, the guilting, the sacrifice, the humiliation. You put people through that, and then give them a euphoric experience like kirtan, where they get to be happy and excited and jump around, and they can equate that with that euphoria after the it's part of what bipolar people go through. And then they go through this elevated state during kirtan or what artik or whatever they're doing, and then they can claim that they think that they've had a spiritual experience. They got the Holy Ghost. I got the love of Jesus. It came to me. I got transcendental bliss. I'm having ecstatic symptoms. I'm laughing. I'm crying. I'm yawning. Oh, I'm yawning. I'm pissed. I'm angry. I'm all of these transcendental bullshit. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Hare Krishna Cult claims to help heal trauma, but in reality, their actions often worsen the emotional and psychological wounds of their members. Yeah. In fact, almost every cult claims to help. All cults help. They can help with your eating disorder. They can help with your drug addiction. They can help with your family problems. They can help with your marriage problems. They can help with your parental, child, they got all the answers. All the answers. All you got to do is just join them. All cults claim to be the answer to all your suffering, and Prabhupada definitely claims to be the answer. Hey, Duke of Squirrels, good to see you here. It's always good when you're here. Yes, absolutely. Instead of providing genuine support and healing, they manipulate, exploit, and impose harmful practices. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to tell you, if you didn't need therapy before you join, you need it after you join. Absolutely. Just about everybody who's ever joined a cult, especially the Hare Krishnas, they need therapy. I'm just gonna put it to you like that. No, not everybody is going to get therapy. Not everybody wants to go through therapy, but I think that therapy is helpful for everybody, and I would recommend it to anybody that's been in a cult. I would recommend therapy for people that have never been in a cult. It's just, therapy is a good thing. I have nothing bad to say about it. Yeah, it's called brainwashing. It's called brainwashing. Absolutely, it absolutely is. Yeah, I see people that are crazier than a shithouse rat in this cult. The cult won't heal your mental issues. It makes them worse. And if you don't have any, it'll give them to you. It's bottom line, man. Yeah, Jeff, absolutely, man. Their approach is destructive. They don't do they don't do anything good for anybody. That's what I say. They don't do any good for anybody. Even the people who think it's doing them good. I mean, just like Gora Hari's people, they think that he's the greatest thing, and they got love of God, and they can't see how he's harming them. They're not meant. The human brain is not meant to be put through that type of bullshit, where you're supposed to be worshiping this guy as some kind of God man, and calling him Guru Maharaj, and thinking that he's giving you love of God and this and that. You can't love God unless you love him. All kinds of bullshit. They can't see how that's eating into their humanity, into their life as a human being. They can't see it. I know. Learn to helpless. I can't do it. Do it for me. We took driving lessons as kids, but I need the grace of the driving instructor for the rest of my life. Yeah, I got to have a driving guy sit next to me. I can't, I can't, it's insanity, but we'll get to that in a second. You just walk away, man. You're absolutely right. You got to just, sips my karmi chai latte. Oh man, that sounds so good. Why do we humans put ourselves through these cults and false prophets? Because we've been lied to. We've been lied to and we've been manipulated. That's the only reason. Nobody would put themselves through that. Either upon realizing what sort of crap cult it is, you just walk away.
Just walk away. There has been too much violence, too much pain. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror. Just walk away.
Otherwise, these clowns staying over and making a corporate career out of this cult. Absolutely. And yes, Stockholm syndrome. They love their abuser. They love their abuser. Okay, so we did this one. We got rid of this one. I did this one. This is another good video, and I recommend you go watch the rest of it. I just give you a little taste of things, and then you can go watch them. It was called John Atack, Family and Friends, and so you can see, I don't just get on here and I don't just talk out of my ass. I mean, I do talk out of my ass, but that's not all I do. I don't just talk out of my ass. So I talk out of my ass, but then I show video. I also show videos, and I show videos, and I relate them to Hare Krishna, and I share my experiences and all that stuff. But I'm learning. You can see I'm constantly watching and learning about cults and mental illness and all of these things. Prabhupada said Mozart classical music was from heaven, rock and disco was from hell. So why is pseudo Jesus 99 dancing to hell vibes? Prabhupada is not respected by him. You know, he's a dreamer. He's just a dreamer.
He didn't have that dream. I did.
He's just a dreamer. Okay, so get rid of that one. What is this? Okay, I want to show a little bit of this one. This is another good one. Here we go. Why has she got no sound? Let's see.
And Hitler have in common. They were all obsessively studied by Jim Jones, the cult leader who convinced and coerced some 900 members of his People's Temple to drink poison Flavor Aid in 1978, in what came to be called the Jonestown Massacre. All these figures are known as charismatic leaders, people who inspire intense devotion or emotional attachment in their followers through their communication skills. While Jones had little in common with these men spiritually or philosophically, he was fascinated with their ability to sway people. Even from a young age, he exhibited a desire to control, and he knew that the best tool for the job was language. I'm Dr. Erica Brzozowski, and this is Other Words.
Other Words.
Men have so dastardly distorted what my spirit is.
Started being dark in the middle of the great business.
You can't go against that culture because going against that culture.
My father gave me long before this civilization.
If there's one thing that cult leaders do,
He
it's talk.
didn't have that dream. I did.
Like Jim Jones, Heaven's Gate's Marshall Applewhite, or NXIVM's Keith Raniere, the traditional image of a cult leader is a person, usually but not always male, orating for hours on end while a congregation hangs on his every word. While there are common linguistic features of cult leader speech, which we'll get to in a bit, the quantity of words seems to matter as well. For decades, researchers have been testing the Babel hypothesis, which proposes that leaders are chosen for how much they speak rather than the quality of their ideas. Since the 1950s, scientists and psychologists have been questioning the theory's credibility, but in 2020, the most thorough test ever conducted had surprising results. Diverse groups of people with varying personalities and skill sets were tasked to solve challenging strategy games as a team. Each member's total speaking time was carefully measured, as well as the substance of their utterances. Afterwards, the subjects were all asked to nominate other group members for leadership positions. The results weren't even close. Speaking time had by far the highest correlation with leadership emergence, beating out intelligence, agreeableness, game proficiency, and even extroversion. The only other factor that came close was gender. While the study doesn't purport to explain the psychological factors behind it, it seems likely that humans use quantity of speech as a mental shortcut to determine who would make a good leader. If everyone else is listening to this guy, maybe I should too. But not all leaders are cult leaders. In her book Cultist, linguist Amanda Montell seeks to tease out some common linguistic features of the men and women who run so-called destructive cults, authoritarian groups that exploit or otherwise cause harm to their members. And one of the most common is loaded language. Loaded language is a general term for words or phrases that have deep emotional associations for the listener, like genocide.
Okay, what do we got here? Sorry about I'm gonna skip over a couple of these comments, but what do we got? We got Naguth. Yeah, she didn't say that they were. She said that they were orators and they could talk and they could speak and they were known for their speaking. She didn't say they were cult leaders. She said Jim Jones studied them because of their speaking abilities, not because they were cult leaders. Yeah, that's right. Okay, are we clear? Are we clear on that? Because I don't want to, if you're confused about what you said.
Are we clear?
Are we clear?
Yes, sir. Are we clear?
You know, because I mean, she made it clear that she was talking about Jim Jones. Okay, all right, you got it. Okay, all right, all right.
Patriot, toxic, or vermin. Cult leaders will craft their loaded language to have specific connotations. David Koresh used the phrase new light to cast his teachings as divine inspiration. Charles Manson repurposed the Beatles song lyric Helter Skelter to refer to an imminent race war. And Jim Jones borrowed the term revolutionary suicide from Black Panther activists to equate his plan for mass suicide with resistance to authoritarian state power. Through repetition, these leaders ingrain an intense emotional association in their followers' psyche, so that eventually, just invoking a short phrase can instantly summon powerful feelings of beauty, love, fear, or hatred. It's like creating linguistic buttons that can be pushed to generate an immediate response. Another trick in the cult leader's language toolkit is the thought-terminating cliché. These are sayings that end uncomfortable conversations or trains of thoughts. It is what it is. Everything happens for a reason. Let's agree to disagree. They shut down our...
It's all karma. It's Kali Yuga. So that's just one way that cults use language. Well, I think we're all familiar with that. But that's a really good little expose on that. I wanted to share before we get into Prabhupada, yeah, absolutely. All cult leaders, like she says, all cult leaders do this. This is definitely a cult leader technique. Absolutely. Yeah. How's your dad doing? You said your dad's doing good. Oh, you're in Malaysia. Oh, good. You're right down the street from me. Yeah, I'm glad your dad's doing good. Tell him I said good going, Dad. Yeah, good. I'm glad, and that's so good. Yeah, right down the street. So let's see where we're at. So that's a good video there. So I'm gonna move right along, moving right along. Now I don't know if you heard about this. I had not heard about this, and I wanted to show you that. So these people are crazy. Okay, cult people are crazy. We were crazy. Prabhupada was crazy. Jim Jones was crazy. Charles Manson was crazy. All these people are friggin' nuts. They're friggin' nuts. Okay, and I don't know if you heard about this one. I had, and this was a few years ago. This happened a few years ago. I had never heard about this. I don't know where I was. I don't know where I was, but I had never heard about this. But
on April 28, 2021, officers from the Sawash County Police Department served a search warrant on a house in Crestone, Colorado. It was the headquarters of a New Age spiritual group who believed that their leader was God. Her name was Amy Carlson. They called her Mom.
Mother is in rest.
Amy Carlson's story started as a single mother searching for meaning and community online. It became a religion and a financial windfall, and a worldwide audience of thousands. But somewhere in the worship and the adulation, things got away from her. She lost control of what she built and became one of the strangest and most tragic cult leaders in modern history. It's the story of the Love Has Won cult. A story that has a lot to say about internet culture, conspiracism, ambition, and what happens when the monster you create ends up destroying you.
Traveling the world just to run.
okay, so I don't know if anybody's heard about this. Yeah, he's one of the biggest. He's one of the biggest scammers. His scam is still going on. His scam is still going on. He was good at scamming. Definitely good at scamming. I've met some saintly Orthodox monks, clairvoyants, merciful, isolated with no need to be known, humble. Gora Jesus possesses none of these saintly qualities. He is vinegar, far from sweet wine. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. I view this Gorahari guy. I don't know how I came across this guy, but I view him as dangerous, just as dangerous as Jim Jones. He's no different than Jim Jones, Charlie Manson, David Koresh, the Hale Bop guy. All of these guys. He's no different. He's no different. I'm honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. He's not. Hey, Aviator. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Glad to see you stop by. I think Prabhupada is even more destructive than Jim Jones. This harmful cult continues to ruin lives to this day. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm with you 100%. I'm with you 100%. So this person here, this is really weird. You got to get through this commercial though.
Drive to a new destination, don't know how to get around or how to do it on a budget.
I hope we can get through. I don't know. I guess maybe not. Okay, so okay, so that video is not working. I guess that video is not working. I hope everything's working. I don't know why my internet. Okay, so anyway, this cult leader, she became a cult leader, and then she died, and they just left her. They just left her in there, left her body in the room, in her room, and then they put these lights around her and did all this weird shit, and that's pretty weird. That is some pretty weird shit. Because they were all freaked out. They were brainwashed. They were brainwashed. The other day, Gorhari was testing his followers by saying, "Yeah, that was in response to what I was saying about these being stories." Because he was talking about, right after I was talking about how the scripture, the very next day he was talking about. What would you guys do if these were just stories? Would you still believe? And all kinds of stuff. And I was like, man, it doesn't take anything to trigger this guy. It doesn't take anything to trigger this guy. I don't know what happened with this video. But anyway, she died and they just left her in there and the police had to go in there and get the body out. And I didn't watch the end of the video, so I don't know what happened. But that's how crazy these people can get. That's how nuts these people can get. And that's just an example of how fucking insane people go when they're following these wacko Gorahari, Jim Jones, Jayapataka, Indra Yumna. I mean, Kirtananda had a guy go out and shoot somebody in LA. You can't tell me that these people are not nuts. Okay. On you again. ISKCON monks preying on vulnerable college students on campus in India. These monks even get celebrity-like treatments by being made speakers in large podiums. Yeah, they do. These ISKCON monks are full of shit. And talking about ISKCON monks, that brings us to I hope we can do this. Let me see. I don't know if I have oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's see what kind of story this guy's got. What kind of story this guy's got? Let's back it up. Let's see.
Hare Krishna. My name is Pran Krishna Das. So I am from Bhopal, ISKCON Bhopal. I was born and brought up in Bhopal only, but my mother tongue is Malayalam. So how I came to Krishna consciousness. So from childhood, because in my family, we had this culture of morning going to temple, in home also worshipping. So religious culture was there. My father also, because he was devotee of Shiva. So he taught me all things, worshipping Lord Shiva. So I was very much attracted to Lord Shiva from very childhood. And I thought I have to become a good devotee of Lord Shiva. And I learned every stotra, everything of Lord Shiva. I used to fast on Shivratri very much, and I was very much devoted to Lord Shiva because of.
So that's like normal. Let me get on. You know what he's saying. What he's saying is that's like my friend that lives in Vrindavan. He's a devotee of Lord Shiva, and so he fasts. One day a week on Shiva Day, whatever day that is. I forget what day it is. He fasts on that day for Lord Shiva. He's got a little thing in his house. He doesn't have to do it. He doesn't do anything. It's not like he's got to go to Mangal Artik and then go do this and go do that and go Harinam and then go do book distribution and then go back and then read this and then do that and do this. No, he lives his life. He just lives his life, and Lord Shiva's his thing. He's got a little thing on Lord Shiva, and he rings a little bell whenever he does. He rings his bell and he does his thing. He says his mantras, and that's it. That's it. And that sounds like what this guy was doing, and he was getting on with his life. Whatever he was doing. Then he gets involved with this cult. That's when everything changes. Hey, Ghana, good to see you, man. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time, man. Thanks for stopping by. Shivaratri or Mondays. Yeah, I think. Yeah. Mondays, I guess. Mondays. Yeah, he went from Hindu to super white Hindu. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, absolutely. He did. He went.
I can dance. Boom, 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 boom. You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, boom, boom. Yay!
Oh man.
My father, because he gave me this thing, and gradually when I grew old in my school time and everything, college, and I came, then I started to see that how in this world everyone is in competition. There is a rat race going on. That people don't know actually what is the goal of life. When I was in school, college, same thing. Everyone is running. Wherever you go, there is so crowd. Everyone is hankering for the position, same position. Who will be the first? Who will be the first? So we see how much competitive this world is. But we see that in one city where I was, Bhopal, I thought there is so much competition, so much crowd, there is so much competition. But then I thought in India, there are so many states, so many cities. So how many people who are competing for many positions? So then I understand, then what is the goal of life? I see everyone is going to school, then going to college, then getting married, then having children, then maintaining them, then getting their children married, then dying. So what is the purpose of life, I thought. And my parents also used to ask, so what is your goal? What do you want to do in your life? So I used to tell them that I'm not planned yet. So I did my graduation. Then I was pursuing chartered accountancy course. But
so nothing made sense until he realized, once they told him that the goal of life is to go back to the cow planet and become a 12-year-old girl and have sex with Krishna, then everything made sense. Everything made sense at that point. He's like, okay, now I can see why the city is like this and why that one little thing was missing. That was the one little thing that didn't make sense. Then when he got that, he was like, oh, okay. Now I understand. Friggin' insanity. The Kiwi consciousness. Oh, man. Friggin' insanity. Another scam victim who became a scammer. Absolutely, man. He went from normal to insane. He went from normal to insane. What went wrong? Absolutely, what went wrong, man? I know. It's so funny, man. What more would you have him do, Mike? Already he doing too much for this. But I guess I don't know, man. You're right. Just go ahead. You might as well. It's too funny. To be so smart and yet so dumb. Yeah, I know. To be so close and yet so far away.
During that phase, what was the turning point in my life was when I was in second year in college, in graduation. Somehow my grandfather, my mother's father, gave me a small Bhagavad Gita, which was not of Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita as it is. But somehow I got some point that, there is something about body and soul. That we are actually souls and we are different from this body. And after 4 months only, my grandfather passed away in front of me. He was in 4th stage cancer. So he left the body in front of me. So I was totally shocked when he left this body. Because from childhood I've seen him. And I could see that body, the same body to which I was so much affectionate, that the person is not there. The body is there, but the person to whom I was so much affectionate, and he was also very much affectionate to me, that person is not there. So
I don't know. It's just not. It's not the. When they keep saying that, he's saying the body. My grandfather was saying, now he's the body. Just his body's there, but he's not there. It's not so. It's not as profound as you think it is. When Prabhupada says that in the Bhagavad Gita about the body and the soul at the time of death, soul leaves body, blah, blah, blah. It's not profound. I mean, monkeys realize. I mean, a dog can realize that an animal is dead. It goes up, it sniffs it. They go, that is dead. That thing's dead. Okay, and it leaves. It knows. It tries to bury it or whatever. Right? It's not realizing that the body is dead and that the person's gone. Is not a big. It's not a big accomplishment for a human being. To go, hey, Grandpa died. I mean, I don't know what he wants. He wants us to what you discovered. What did you do? You discovered something. You discovered the law of gravity or the third law of thermodynamics. No, your grandpa died. I don't know. These guys always exaggerate. Yeah, it's a magical mystery story, man. His grandpa died, or his dad, whatever, right in front of him, and he said, "I got to join this pedophile cult." What better time? What better? The time is now. The time is now, man. I got to do this for Gramps. I got to do this for my grandpa.
From that, I started to think about what is life, what is actually the goal of life. So what I am doing presently, and whatever if I achieve in this life by so-called hard work, it will end up like this. So then I started to think and research on what is the goal of life.
I know, exactly. To see a dead body and to suddenly found profundity, philosophy, what a load of lies. When my grandpappy died, we did not discuss quite. Yeah, there was no, I didn't, when my dad, when my, man, I can't believe it. When my dad passed away, and when I got the call or whatever, that my dad passed away, I was so overcome with grief that my dad had passed away. And I knew he was sick and I knew he wasn't going to make it and everything. But at that moment when he passed away, I was so overcome with grief that I was just really sad. And all I could think about was how sad. It was sad. My dad was gone. I wasn't thinking about the meaning of life and did my dad waste his life in life this and that, and all of it. No, and who does that? When my mom passed away, I was so overcome with grief when my mom passed away. I was just like, and then we had to like make arrangements for because she was handicapped. So we had all this rented handicap equipment for her in her bedroom. So there was like a lot of stuff we had to go through. Yeah, at that time, there was no contemplating the meaning of life. And I sat down and started thinking like, why was she here? What is her life? No, there was none of that. There was none of that. The phrase "logical pagan" is inherently oxymoronic. Logical pagan. His hand signs. He's probably selling books at traffic lights. Yeah, he's pushing a shopping cart around Costco with a book called "Who Is Crazy." That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing with life. No, he's living in this temple, worshiping. He's worshiping Bhakti Vikas. He thinks Bhakti Vikas is like God to him, and he's worshiping his feet and doing whatever Bhakti Vikas tells him to do. Friggin' yeah, absolutely. He's got a lifetime voucher for fungus smoothies. Yeah, absolutely, Rafal. That's what they do. That's what they do here. Is they do these videos, these hostage videos.
So like that, who is supreme? God. Who is God? Shiva. Then I came to know that no, Shiva is not the supreme. Vishnu is supreme. Then gradually, by researching, by hearing in YouTube many spiritualists, leaders, I heard Sadhguru and many other so-called spiritual leaders. But then once I got a clip of Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON. So I heard his small video in which he was telling that how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because he only has all 6 kinds of opulences. Because that is the real meaning of the word Bhagavan. So then from that small clip I understood that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So then before just completing my studies, nearby my house there was a temple, Guruvayur temple. So I used to go daily there, and then I started to get devotion to Krishna gradually from Lord Shiva. And I used to pray daily. I used to go every evening Sandhya Arati, and I used to pray daily to the Lord that now my remaining life I want to dedicate to your service. I want to know you. I want to make this.
Poor guy. All I can say is this poor guy. This poor guy had a life. He had a life. He had a career. He was in college, like second year of college. I forget what he said he was studying, but he was in Bhopal, which is a pretty cool place to be if you're going to college. A lot of employment opportunities, I guess. And he ends up in this cult. Who would have known? Satsvarup Guru once said, a woman's hand is very beautiful with polished nails and rings on it, but if you see it chopped off in the street, the beauty is gone. The beauty is in the eye of Jeffrey Dahmer. Wow, Satsvarup was really profound. He was so profound that he said, if you chop off a woman's hand, it's not so pretty anymore. Wow. You know what? You didn't need to tell me that because I already knew that. I already. Wow. Really. I'm so impressed. My Vishnu Tattva is better than your Vishnu Tattva. I know. It's so crazy. He had darshan of the wisdom of the sages. Yeah. He is so sad. Yeah, his art is about as beautiful as a chopped off hand. His art was like, it's just as like a chopped off hand, absolutely. Okay, so what else do I got here? What else do I got here? Here we go. Look at this. Duke, I got similar one, harder though. Indra Yumna used the same example in regard to women's breasts. Well, yeah, Indra Yumna's a perv. So yeah, he used the breast. Satsvarup was like, hey, I'm going to keep it cool. I'm going to use her hand and just painted nails. You know, painted nails look pretty. Indra Yumna's like, fuck that. I'm going with the tits. You know, tits are pretty, but if you cut them off, they ain't so pretty no more, huh? Huh, sugar tits. That's Indra Yumna. What a fucking disgusting piece of shit he is. It's so funny. Chop off something else. I know. It's so funny. It's crazy. Okay, let's check out these freaks. Let's check out these freaks for a second.
Wow. Yeah, I remember our conversation before when you said that you first met devotees when you were 14 years old, back in 1975. Can you just tell us a bit about your kind of first memories?
The super energy. I did things that now I think like, how could I do that? So, and when I was 18, 19, I joined finally. And I've joined the temple. And
guy joined. Okay, this guy joined when he was 18. This guy is. This guy's insane. Okay, this guy's insane. This was just updated. So this guy's about my age, right? This guy's like 64. He said he met a devotee. He was 14, 1975. So he's like my age. He's like my age, man. He's like 64, 65 years old. He joined when he was 18. He's doing the same thing that he was doing when he was 18. He's doing the same exact thing. He ain't doing nothing different. Look at him. Look at this guy. He's 18. He was 18.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember our conversation before when you said that you first met devotees when you were 14 years old, back in 1975. Can you just tell us a bit about your kind of first memories of meeting the devotees?
Okay, so yeah, I've had enough of that. I don't need any more of that. I just wanted you all to hear that. This guy joined when he was 18. He's still in it. 40-something, I don't know. I'm so bad with math. I wish I could just rattle it off. I'd have to figure it out. I'd have to get out a piece of paper. They got nothing else. Why do these gurus like Jay Israel turn simple observations of life into bogus transit? Because they got nothing. They don't have anything else. Seriously, they don't have anything else. They just don't. It's all bullshit. It's just, and now that we're out of it, it's so plain as day. It is so plain as day. It's just so plain as day, man, that they've got nothing. All right, let's get over. I got two of these. All right, let's go with this one. Let's go with this one first. Let me get this out of the way.
States as follows. Generally, there are 4 kinds of garments on the body of Krishna: his shirt, turban, belt, and wearing garments. In Vrindavan, he used to put on reddish garments with a golden shirt on his body.
Look, he's so excited. This is like if somebody was sitting there talking about, and Little Red Riding Hood wore black boots and a red coat with a black belt, and her hood was made of goat skin, and it was dyed with the pigment made for the kandumba flower, and then all the women would grind up the flowers and make this red ink, and then they would soak the goat skin in and then they would make Red Riding Hood's her red hood for her red coat with her black belt, and she would look so beautiful. And like, who cares? Who cares? It's a story about Red Riding Hood. We don't need all the detail about her boots and her belt and how they made her hat red and how she went off into the forest and the forest was with trees that were 9 feet tall. It's such a bunch of bullshit. And this guy, this 80-year-old man, this 80-year-old man is having an orgasm. He's having a freaking look at
different kinds of belts combined with his enchanting smile used to always increase the transcendental bliss.
It is such nonsense. It's such nonsense. He wants to be. Okay, that brings us to the great segue, Mike. This brings us to the qualifications of a guru, which is a bunch of bullshit. It's the same as narcissistic personality disorder. It's the same qualities. It's the same. You got to be insane. You got to be insane. Okay, let me read some of these off. Let me get this up here. So narcissistic personality disorder. Grandiose sense of self-importance. Grandiose sense of self-importance. Preoccupied with fantasies of power and success. Okay, this is narcissistic personality disorder. But this is the qualifications of a guru. This is what a guru is. He has grandiose sense of self-importance. He's in disciplic succession. He's pure representation of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He's super soul, manifested as the guru. He's a spiritual master. He's the sum total of the demigods. He deserves flowers around his neck. And this guy, where is it? This guy has all of these qualities. He has grandiose sense of self-importance. He's preoccupied with fantasies. He has a belief that he's special and unique. He's special and unique, this guy. He has a sense of entitlement. He believes that he should be able to guru palooze around the world on someone else's dime. And everybody should worship him. The requirement for excessive admiration. Yeah, you got to put flowers around his neck every time he fucking belches and farts and wipes his nose. You got to put flowers and tell him, "Oh, transcendental! It's so transcendental, Maharaj. Oh my God, that fart was it was amazing. It smells like Nag Champa. It smells like the flowers of Vrindavan." He has a sense of entitlement. Absolutely, he's a guru. He has a whole friggin' dancing girls and everybody in front of him worshiping, telling him how fucking awesome he is. Interpersonally exploitive behavior. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody. He exploits all these people so he can dance around, travel around the world, and be worshipped like he's fucking God. He exploits whoever he comes in contact with so he can do that shit. A lack of empathy. He doesn't give a fuck about anyone. If he gave a fuck about anyone, he wouldn't be fucking bullshitting them, telling them that he's a fucking God man. While he's rubbing his hands all over little girls. That's what this piece of shit does. Envy and belief that others are envious. Absolutely. He says everybody's envious. He says if you're not worshiping him, bowing down to his feet, you're not calling him Guru Dev Maharaj, Indra Swami, you're envious of him. They all do. They're all the same, and they all think all of this shit. These arrogant, haughty behaviors and attitudes. Of course he's arrogant. He's got to be called Maharaj. He's got to be called Holy King and Guru Dev and all of that shit. Hey, Travis, he looks like Hannibal Lecter. He is Hannibal Lecter. He is. Brian Tibbetts is relishing his perv corporal palooza life. Man is on steroids. Yeah, absolutely. This guy's narcissistic personality disorder. He's friggin' suffers from mental illness, delusions. They all do. mental illness, delusions, bipolar disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, psychopathy. This guy is a psychopath. This guy doesn't give a fuck about anybody. This guy was fucking probably had something to do with the Sloan murder. As far as I'm concerned, he was probably right there with him. The face of a multimillionaire freak. Fucking pedophile, multi-million-dollar, scamming bullshit, scamming guru, pedophile freak rubbing his hands over little girls. All of this for Prabhufraud. Absolutely. All of this bullshit. That's the face of a deranged mental patient. This guy is deranged. This guy puts faces on pebbles and worships them with a little ladle, and he sings songs to rocks. He thinks rocks are God. This is friggin' insanity. Real saints don't have nor want any stuff of that list. Red flags galore. Pride versus real humility. You know, these gurus demand this shit. They demand this. These guys, they demand this. They demand this worship, this over the top with the flowers and the washing of the feet and all of that shit. All of it. It's friggin' disgusting. These people are truly disgusting. These gurus. They're arrogant. When you read that list of how they act, and you watch these videos of them being worshipped, this guy dancing around on the stage in front of a bunch of women like he's friggin' Elvis Presley or something. Like he's David Lee Roth. What the fuck is wrong with him? Jumping into audience like he's friggin' like he's Eddie Vedder or something. My online lady sangha is overjoyed in California that he's visiting. Yeah. All he does is exploit young women and girls and all of that, and they can't get enough of that. They can't get enough of that. It's crazy. So I looked up. I did a little bit of research. I broke down and did some research. I broke down and did some research.
If you see somebody who's crazy and you don't realize they're crazy, then you're fucking crazy.
That's it. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's what it boils down to. And these people are freaking crazy. And this guy, let me just show you this guy. now I'm gonna get to this guy now. All right, here we go. A little bit of this, and then I'm gonna get a little. We're gonna get a little Veda base. We're gonna do a little Veda base. We're gonna Veda base. We're gonna Rupanuga. We're gonna Gora Hoodie. We're gonna do a little bit of everything.
Go ahead, Fanny. Read a little bit more. So I don't know if you're still here, Tom, but or this is for actually this is a great teaching for all of us. I love this, man. What else are we? I mean, people are dying because of lack of this understanding, and I mean that literally. This is life. This is true life, is to understand the absolute truth.
So people are dying. People are literally dying. But what he's giving is he's giving life. So he's definitely he's definitely feels like he's special, like he's empowered. What were some of those other things that it said? I forget it. Entitlement. He's special.
As it is.
He's saving people's lives.
There's no better life than that.
No better life.
Everybody is living on death and as life. They think you give me all the speculations in the world. All that stuff is garbage compared to the absolute truth. And look how privileged I feel. Really privileged to be made to make it practical with examples of the others out there. Otherwise, how can you come from the others over here?
Absolutely. You see, he's special, and he's doing it. It's him. He's the one. He's so special, and
he didn't have that dream. I did. With the one preaching of God. If you don't get the one universal principle of the absolute truth, which we preach here, so that even a layman can understand it, you're always going to go with the others preaching out there. Whether it's religious or non-religious, it's all the same. It's all illusion. Material motivation religion or material politics of the good and bad there, and then you got the good and bad of religion. Only this kind of special word is going to deliver you out of this predicament of the material universe. We can preach to demigods, man. The guys who dress who are really well dressed up there, in heaven, looking really good and fine.
Okay, so let's look at what Prabhupada says about gurus. So this is a conversation. This is a conversation from the Veda base. I'll show you. Here it is, right here. So it says here. So Prabhupada says here, because I know him and his followers him and his disciples are watching. So this, according to what Prabhupada says, he says you have to follow the parampara system. Okay, you have to follow the parampara system order. That is guru. Not that I declare myself as guru. No, that is not guru. Guru is he who has strictly followed the order of the spiritual master. He can become guru. Otherwise, it will be spoiled. Artificial attempt is not good. Yes, first of all, one has to become very dear to Krishna, then automatically he becomes guru. And when one becomes very dear to Krishna, then he becomes guru. And by mercy of such guru, Krishna becomes merciful. These are the statements of the Shastra. This is the process. This is the process. And if I think that I am more intelligent than my guru, first of all, guru must be bona fide, not a bogus guru, not a dreamer pod.
He didn't have that dream. I did.
The guru, as specified by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is not very difficult. Who is guru? He is guru, one who is strictly following the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Prabhupada states that you have to be in the parampara, you have to follow your guru. That's all right, but he remains a disciple of his guru. He will never say that now I have become guru, so I don't care for my guru. He will never say, just like I am doing, but I am worshiping my guru still. So I remain subordinate to my guru always. Even though I have become guru, I'm still subordinate to my guru. So who is Gaurahari's guru? Who's Gaurahari's guru? He's going to say, well, Prabhupada came to me in a dream. Well, Prabhupada doesn't say anywhere. I haven't read anywhere where Prabhupada says, I'll come to you in a dream and make you a guru. It just there. If you still believe these, yeah, absolutely. If you still believe these crazy Hare Krishna stories, there's something wrong with you. Not your soul, your mind. You got to get your mind fixed. Not your soul, your mind. If you're believing these stories, you're mentally ill. You're not mentally healthy. You're under the spell of a guru, of Prabhupada's books, of some kind of bullshit brainwashing. Mahabharata is a story. It's not informative about anything. If you want to read a story about ancient India, about a made-up war and a made-up people, read it and knock yourself out. Other than that, it ain't none. That's it. That's it. So I just lost it here. So there's a place here where Prabhupada says, and I lost it. Hold on a second. Okay. So Prabhupada says here, Prabhupada says right here, he says in this conversation, he says, so therefore, Guru's business is to deliver the disciple from the suffering condition. Samsara davana ladalika loka tranaya karuna gana ganatyam. Or however you're supposed to say it. I forget. So one who has got this mercy from the Supreme Lord, and he can deliver his guru. He can deliver his guru. So guru's out of many other businesses. One business is Sri Vigraharadhana Nityanana, to establish temple for regularly worshiping the deity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when has this Gaurahari ever done that? He's never established one temple. He's never written one book. He's never distributed one book. He's never done anything. According to Prabhupada, the guru has to, out of many other businesses, he's to establish a temple for regularly worshiping the deity. That's the business of a guru. And to worship the deity very nicely, to decorate, to dress, to cleanse the temple, to offer nice foodstuffs, to distribute prasadam. These are the activities of the temple. Unfortunately, people are in so much ignorance that they have forgotten everything. So according to Prabhupada, the guru doesn't just sit there on Zoom and just bullshit. The guru actually does something. Pseudo Jesus 99 is the life and light of the world. He will spaz dance and laugh like a fool all the way. Yeah, he is. So he says, so Prabhupada says here, so not only open temple, but you take part yourself in how to decorate the deity, how to cleanse the temple, how to offer prasadam, how to distribute prasadam, how to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Prabhupada says, not only open the temple, but you got to run the temple. You got to know how to do that. You can't just be guru. You can't just dream yourself into being a guru and then say, I'm a guru.
He didn't have that dream. I did.
All you people that are following this joker, you have no idea what Prabhupada says about guru. You just listen to this joker and then think that you can be, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to chant. I don't have to do anything, and I can still be spiritually advanced. But you're just spiritually masturbating is all you're doing. You're spiritually masturbating in a big fucking Gaurahari circle jerk. According to Prabhupada, Gaurahari's a big piece of shit, is what he says right here. Let me see, where is it? Prabhupada says right here. Right here, Prabhupada says, you just become guru on my order. You cannot become guru automatically. So you don't become guru by dreaming, is what Prabhupada says. You don't become guru by dreaming. Prabhupada says you cannot become guru automatically without following the order of Jagat Guru. So if you want to be a guru, you got to follow Prabhupada. Not some dream. Not having a dream. So all you people that are following this fool, you got to wake up. You want to be a devotee, you want to practice bhakti yoga, hey, don't molest any kids, but at least find yourself someone who's not a dreamer. Okay, that's all I can say. Don't follow a dreamer. Just be honest with yourself. Okay, that's what I'd say. Just be honest with yourself. If you want to listen to Prabhupada and you want to follow Prabhupada, which I don't recommend you do, but if you do, you have no business following this guy, because this guy's full of shit. And he's crazy. He thinks he's God. He thinks he's Jesus. He thinks he's whatever. I'd say stay away from this guy. Prabhupada actually says, he says, so the people do not know this philosophy. Okay, Prabhupada says you people are rascals, accepting false gurus. That's what Prabhupada says in his books. Prabhupada says right here in this, he's talking to this. He says, Prabhupada says, try it. Where I lost it again. He says, try to understand. Don't go very speedily. A guru can become guru when he's ordered by his guru. That's all. Otherwise, nobody can become guru. Now, can you imagine if everybody that had a dream? I mean, I had a dream. Prabhupada was in my dream. What am I supposed to say? Oh, Prabhupada came to me in a dream? I mean, who hasn't had a dream when you were a devotee? Who hasn't had a dream that you were in the temple, you were doing some devotional service, and you were doing something? Maybe Prabhupada was there, maybe Murti of Prabhupada was there, the deities were there. I had so many dreams where I was in India, and I was trying to find the temple. I mean, I would have that dream. I would wake up and I'd go, oh, wow, that dream was so real. I thought I was in India. I was trying to find my way. I was on a path, and I had these wacky dreams. Am I supposed to say, oh, well, obviously I was in Vrindavan in my dream, so I must be a guru? It's fucking stupid. And for someone to believe that bullshit is yeah, I'm teaching you what Prabhupada says. I'm teaching you what Prabhupada says, so you realize that you're following a scammer. I'm telling you. I'm trying to show you that your guru is scamming you. He's scamming you, and you're too dumb to know it. You're too dumb to see it. Oh, look, she thinks she's so smart. You sound like a Vadi Bhakti propagating Prabhupada said. Yeah, I'm telling you what Prabhupada said about your guru. I'm telling you that Prabhupada said your guru is a piece of shit fucking dickhead. That's what it is. That's it. I'm telling you from Prabhupada's books. I mean, I can sit here and say Prabhupada that your guru is a dickhead, but when you hear it from Prabhupada himself, that's has more weight. Because he wants to preach from Prabhupada's books, and you don't even know what's in Prabhupada's books. So I have to come and tell you. What's in Prabhupada's books. You think you know what Vaidhi Bhakti is. You think you know what Rupa Nuga is because you listen to a guy who dreams.
He didn't have that dream. I did.
Let's take a look at her guru again. Let's see. I forget. Let's take a look at him again. Let's take a look at this guy again. Here we go. Here's I guess Hot Lips calls this Rupa Nuga. She calls this Rupa Nuga. Look. There's a Rupa Nuga. that's your Jagat Guru, sum total of the demigods. That's your spiritual master. That's gonna take you back to Godhead. Oh man, is that the funniest thing ever? That's the funniest thing ever. It's the funniest thing. Yeah, because you're too stupid to know what I'm really doing. You think I'm preaching Vaidhi Bhakti because you're so dumb that you don't know. You're so stupid that you don't even know what's happening right in front of your own eyes. That's how dumb you are. That's how fucking dumb you are. Because you follow a fucking idiot. So naturally you're fucking an idiot too. I don't know what else to say. No one's preaching anything. Yeah, they're so stupid. She's so stupid. She's so stupid that she's like Dunning-Kruger. She doesn't even know how stupid she is. She's so stupid. She has no idea how stupid she is. That's how stupid she is. Question, Mike, you read Chaitanya's life mythology, but did he ever really brag about himself, or was it just his followers praising him? It was basically his followers praising him. I mean, he was definitely, I mean, they were definitely following him around and calling him Mahaprabhu, and he didn't have any problem with it. He had no problem with it. So yeah, I asked her last time she was in here, I asked her to tell me what prema is, and she never answered because she doesn't know. Holips is in the house. She doesn't know what prema is. I asked her to explain it to me. She couldn't explain it to me. But now she's gonna come back, and she heard her guru say the words Vaidhi Bhakti, so she's gonna repeat Vaidhi Bhakti to me as if that's an insult to me. That's so funny. You know what? Shut up. I don't want to hear from you anymore. I know a really good exercise. So that's what this here. Let's go back. I want to show you some more of this this idiot. I'll show you some more of this idiot right here.
We got a word for them. Okay? If they
Oh, what happened? He was way over here saying some stupid shit. Oh, wait a minute.
Unless you get the test right here, you get a chance to see if how attached you are to that bullshit lie that's Raghunuga preaching.
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. No, you can explain right here. No, you don't come on my stream. You glorify pedophiles. You don't get to come on my stream. No, you don't. You and your pedophile cult people don't get to come on my stream. No, you don't. Gorhari has hot lips right where he wants her, with her closed eyes, blindly following without questioning anything. Not only that, but he's got her coming in here preaching on his behalf. She thinks she's preaching on his behalf and that she's teaching us. They're so deluded. They're so deluded, man. I know. It's like, here.
He didn't have that dream. I did.
He didn't have that dream. He didn't have that dream. I did. He didn't have that dream. I did. He didn't have that dream. I did. Where is his dancing again? I got to see that again. Wait a minute. Wait. Who are you? Who are you to say that my eyes are not pure? What are you, God now? So what you have? Are you saying that your eyes are pure and that you can see? Like this is the brainwashing This is the arrogance. This is the mental illness. This is the, what did we say? Let's bring that list up again. Let me find that list. Let's go back to that list. Let's go back to the list and see where that falls on the list. Oh, it's perfect. His face right next to the list of narcissistic personality disorder. That's exactly what it is. So she says your eyes are not pure. So she has a belief that she's special and unique. She believes she's special and unique because she can see that I don't have the eyes. My eyes are not pure. So somehow she has the power to see that. She has the power. That's how these people think. That's how these people are deluded. She honestly believes that she can sit there with all certainty and say that my eyes are not pure. That somehow she is more pure than me. She's a much more pure person than me. See, she's pure and we're impure. Why is she pure? Because she listens to her guru. So that automatically makes her a better person than we are. So where does that fall on the list again? A grandiose sense of self-importance. She feels like she's better than us. She's preoccupied with fantasies of power and success. She thinks that if she follows this guy and believes and chants these words, she's a better person than we are. She believes that she's special and unique. She's preoccupied with fantasy stories of power and success. She has a grandiose sense of self-importance. She thinks that she can tell she thinks she knows who's pure, who's not. It's a BS cult. This is how they all think. See, when you take their words and you show exactly what they're saying, you can see the friggin' mental illness. Yeah, but they want to bring the two teachings together. The Jesus teachings that are against idolatry and the idolatry of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They want to bring it and try to make them both the same thing, which would be arrogant and haughty behaviors or attitudes. And again, a belief that she's special and unique. A criminal organization founded a monkey frog pedophile who raped his 11-year-old bride and laughed about it. Yeah, absolutely. And they laugh about it too. They think it's funny too. They think it's funny too. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm not posing as a guru. I don't say I'm in a disciplic succession. I'm not saying that I'm in line and I'm representing Krishna or God. Yeah, you got that right. You're an idiot. Yeah, you got that right. You can cut out all the other words. Just put I am a idiot living. That's all you got to put. And that's all the words you need is I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. That's all it is. That's it. Okay, explain it again. What is Prem? Tell me again. What's Prem? Brainwashed up the ass. So brainwashed. She thinks, you know what's funny? Okay, I gotta say this. She thinks she's like the advanced disciple. She thinks she's the most advanced disciple of the most advanced guru. So she thinks, believe me, she thinks that she's up there. Like she thinks she's beyond all of us. She thinks she's so spiritually advanced that she could teach us about Rupa Nuga Bhakti, which is so funny. It's actually insulting. It's actually insulting to me. I'm insulted when she acts like she knows more than me. I'm actually insulted. Prem is the same as the Holy Spirit. It is a substance that one receives inside the body like an oil that intoxicates the mind. Oh, it is, huh? That's what you think? That's what you think it is? And where did you get that definition from? If I look up in Prabhupada's books, if I look up in the Veda base, what Prem is it going to say that Prem is the same as the Holy Spirit it's a substance that one receives inside the body? Is that what it's going to say? Is that what is if I look it up? Is that what it's going to say? I'm asking you because I'm curious. Like, where did you get that answer from? Where did you get that answer from? Where did you get the idea that it's like the Holy Spirit? Do you know what the Holy Spirit is? Do you even know what? Do you even know what that is? So I'll show you. I'm going to show. See, she thinks game over. She thinks she knows. She thinks she knows what prem is. But I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna show her according to Prabhupada what it is. Okay. Oh, really? Okay. So you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear from Prabhupada what. You don't want to hear from what Prabhupada says it is. You're gonna bounce out before you find out the truth, and not what your guru, what your bullshit guru said. Gorhar is a fucking nutter. He is. He's absolutely. He's dangerous. He's not just crazy. He's dangerous. Okay, so here let's go. Let's see what Prabhupada says about prem. And so Prabhupada says here. He says, so we practically see how Prahlad Maharaj immediately attained prema. He says, here it is said, prema gadagadaya vacha. Prema. That prema is not this prema, the lusty desire. That is not prema. Prema, one has to learn. Followed the instructions. No, one has to learn. One has to go through the disciplic or discipline to attain the stage of prem. This is coming from Prabhupada now. This is supposed to be your guru that you follow. One has to learn. One has to go through the disciplic or discipline to attain the stage of prem. As Prahlad Maharaj, so he first of all followed the instructions of Brahma. Then immediately he got the favor of Lord Nrsingadev. And after that, he got the prem stage. You cannot go immediately to the prem stage. That is also Rupa Raghunatha Padi. Rupa Raghunath, Rupa Goswami has said, you cannot get prema state artificially, crying, falling down, and then smoking bidi. This is not prem. Prem you have to learn. You have to learn from disciplic succession. You have to learn from a bona fide guru. Your guru is not bona fide. So you want to claim that you're following Prabhupada and Prabhupada came to him in a dream and all this stuff. It's all bullshit. I'm showing you where your guru is bullshit, where Prabhupada says your guru is bullshit, where Prabhupada says that you are bullshit. But you guys are too dumb. You're too dumb to understand. You're just too dumb to understand. They're nothing but a bunch of ISKCON rejects. That's it. They're ISKCON rejects, and their sahajas. They think that they're Radhakund Babajis, and that they're all living down by the Radhakund in their minds. In their mind, they're so deluded that they think that they are the most advanced Hare Krishna. They're the superest of all the super white Hindus. They're the most super. They're the topmost super of all the super white Hindus. Hot Lips. Hot Lips is the most. She's Guru Ma. She's Mahalakshmi herself. She is so far gone. See, it is so far gone. She is the And then if you ask her what prema is, she'll say something like this.
Man, I tell you what, Hank, about that dang old meaning of life, man. It's like this, man. You like a butterfly flapping his wings deep down in the forest, man. They're gonna cause a tree fall like 5,000 miles away, man. And ain't nobody see it, nobody don't even happen. You know, the baby's born into this world, and they don't got dang friends and got nothing but to go come in and find out all about them, no evil, man. Man, see, like, you don't need to know, man. It's like you're born into this world, man. And you got it's like this, man, the dust in the wind, man. Or like the dang old candle in the wind, man. It don't matter, man. It's all the oldies, old time. You know what I think, man? Like that dang I think, therefore you are, man.
Well, that's what we tell ourselves, isn't it, Boomhauer?
All oldies all the time. It's all oldies all the time, man. I'm telling you. If any of you wanted to know what Rupanuga is, if you're trying to figure out what Rupanuga is, this is Rupanuga, okay, everybody? This is Rupanuga. That's it, everybody. That's Rupanuga, right? That's it. Hot lips, Guru Mama, Guru Mama, Guru Mama, Guru Hot Ma. She's Hot Mama. She's Hot Lips, Guru Hot Lips, man. She is Guru Hot Lips Ma. She's Hot Lips Ma. she's Hot Lips Ma. Oh, man, it's just too funny. It's too funny. I got to see it again. I got to watch it again, man. It's just... Oh, it's too funny. Oh my God. She's she would, if she was around in Jesus' time, they'd stone her. They'd stone her as a heretic. They'd be like, you're worshiping idols, and you're worshiping this Gora Hari guy. They go, who the fuck is that? And they would stone her. How in the world anyone can follow this class? That's what I say. That's exactly what I say. It's like if Tutsananda, oh my God, it's too funny, man. It's too, I can't. Okay, one more. Okay, one more. Rupanuga. It's Rupanuga. I can't take it. It's too funny, man. Oh my God. Okay, everybody. I don't know. And
nobody fucks with the Jesus.
Oh my God.
Well, isn't that special?
I love my sounds. It makes as a whole world. Has the whole world gone crazy? Where's my whole world? Has the whole
world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
Seriously, man, am I the only one? Am I the only one that sees that these people are crazy? I mean, if you see somebody that's crazy,
if you see somebody who's crazy and you don't realize they're crazy, then you're fucking crazy.
You're fucking crazy. Hot Lips is friggin' crazy. These people are friggin' insane. They are insane. Okay, I will watch a little bit more. I gotta watch a little bit more than this.
I don't care how sincerely you lie or how sincerely the person is following the path of Vaidhi and speculating on Raganuga and Radhe this and Radhe that, but can't deliver nothing like this. And people in that group, they're all glorifying austerities and austere devotees. Look at them. Look at my ex-wife. Oh, come, Lalita, come to Vrindavan. There's a real renounced devotee. You know nothing about ecstatic. She was with me, right?
So another edition of As the Loka Turns. So his ex-wife is like, hey, if you come to Vrindavan, you can meet some real Radha Kunda Babaji's. Not this guy. Not this fucking guy. Not my ex-husband who's a friggin' insane. And nobody knows him better than his ex-wife, okay? And if she doesn't want anything to do with him, nobody else should. Let me tell you that right now. Oh, it's so funny. Hey, he just gave it away, man. His ex-wife doesn't want nothing to do with him, and tried to get Lalita to say, hey, if you want to know what a real friggin' devotee is like, come to Vrindavan. And look, he's fucking pissed. Look at that.
And she got the taste for that. She forgot all about it. Okay? Now it's glorifying. Well, be with these ladies in white, man. They're so austere. They can sleep in this hot heat without a fan. Oh, they're the real representatives of the Vrindavan.
Ooh, he's upset. He's upset that that his ex-wife went to Vrindavan and found some real devotees and making him look like an idiot. And he don't like that. He don't like that at all. He don't like that at all.
But no glorification of ecstatic devotion and the real path, that you can be an ordinary person like Fani or Lalita and be a really ecstatic, increasingly ecstatic devotees. You're like Govinda.
He's got to be. He just has to be. He just has to be the topmost devotee. He has to be. He has to be the He has to be the guru. There's no one like him. Back to that list. Where's that list again? Where's that list? Where's that list again? Here it is. Oh, there we go. There we go. Grandiose sense of self-importance, preoccupied with fantasies of power and success, belief that they're special and unique, requirement for excessive admiration, sense of entitlement. How come people aren't worshiping me? How come they're worshiping this other freak? How come my wife is worshiping these other freaks, but she's not worshiping me? He's interpersonally exploitive behavior. That's why, because you exploited her. Because she realizes you're nothing but a big piece of shit. She doesn't want nothing to do with you. These arrogant, haughty behaviors and attitudes, envy and a belief that others are envious of them, a lack of, he checks off all of them. He's got them all. He's got them all. Every single one. This guy is every single one of them.
He's not like that. Govinda's not like that lady in white. Fani's not, neither Lalita. And especially Goharidas. He's nowhere. They're more better than him. But we all get the same ecstatic devotion that lady in white. I hope you're listening. See, my wife doesn't even listen, you stupid idiot. What a donkey. You've been kept.
Well, listen, he called his ex-wife a stupid idiot and a donkey. He called her a donkey. And that's really insulting to Shrek, because in Shrek, donkey was kind of cool. But he called her a donkey. This is a holy man who's supposed to have compassion and love of God. He's supposed to have compassion and love of God. He's supposed to be steady. He's supposed to see everybody equally. He's supposed to see the cow and the elephant, the dog and the dog eater, and the devotee and the malecha and his ex-wife and Mike. He's supposed to see us all equal, but he doesn't see us all equal. He sees his wife as a donkey. He sees me with my head cut off as Sisupal. He sees all of you as brainwashed cult members. He doesn't see everybody equal. This guy's a big piece of shit. This guy's not a guru by any stretch of the word. I'm sure he's not bad, but he shouldn't proclaim himself to be a guru or a prophet. He needed to be appointed to put himself in that position. Otherwise, it's not credible. I think it shows that he's dangerous. He's a dangerous person. If that's what I say. I would put a tick by number 8. What was number 8? I forget what was number 8. Envy and a belief that others are envious of them. Yeah, you know, there was a tick there. I got this from I screen grabbed this from somewhere else. He called her all these names because she refused to call him Gurudev. Yeah, she doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't like her, man. That shows you what kind of person he is. I mean, seriously. Seriously, man. Wow. He called her a stupid idiot and a donkey. I mean, what a cheap ass parlor. I know he's not even. I mean, I've had more fun with a Ouija board than this guy. I mean, the fucking Ouija board is at least entertaining. This fucking insanity, man. This is true insanity. Okay.
Captured by the donkey preaching.
Be careful. Every time they speak about her, she has seen the video.
Oh, really?
And it's interesting how he talks about his ex-wife like that, like she's a donkey and she's a stupid idiot, and they're all just laughing right along with him. They're laughing right along with him, just like they laughed when Prabhupada talked about raping his 11-year-old child bride, and all his devotees just laughed right along with him. Or when he said that the women have small brains and like to be raped, and then they all laughed and right along with him. And here this guy is talking about my ex-wife is a stupid idiot and donkey and whatever else he has to say about it. And look at them. They're all like, oh, that's good. Look, Gurudev's calling his ex-wife a donkey. His ex-wife, I said, ask her about him. Might be worth trying to contact her. I bet his wife quit fucking him because it was all about his pleasure and not hers. I bet his wife stopped wanting anything to do with him because he was calling himself guru and that he had all this friggin', he was the next coming of Jesus and all that other stuff. What woman in her right mind after marrying this guy and knows how he wipes his ass and whatever he farts in bed and all the bullshit that he does, she knows all that shit, and then he's going to proclaim himself to be some spiritual master guru, whatever. She knows the truth. She knows he's a fucking dumb shit. That's the truth. That's why he's talked shit about her, is because she knows the truth about him. She knows the truth about him. She knows how he wipes his nose, how he wipes his ass. She knows all the bullshit about him. She knows his sexual fantasies. She knows everything about him. She can spill the beans about how he doesn't change his fucking underwear. He only showers once a day, or he only showers once a week, or only showers once a month, or whatever the fuck it is. She knows all this shit. That's why he's talked shit about her. Because if she does talk to me, or she does talk to somebody, or she does pop in here one day and says, "Hey, I'm Gaur Hari's ex-wife," and yeah, he is a big piece of shit, and he's gonna say, "Yeah, see, she's the one that's a big piece of shit. She's the one. I've been telling you for a long time." Yeah, what a loser. He fucking what a fucking loser.
It's like, it's like Krishna. It's like Krishna arranges that, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm just doing this for your benefit, even though it seems like that. Because it's really true. You know, you really did leave the real path. And I followed you to check it out, you know, and all this stuff. And I learned a lot from these things. And this is how I repay you. I guess I give up all that shit, man. Come back.
See? She did. So she followed him. She followed him and followed him until he decided he was the guru. And she said, "I'm not following. You're no fucking guru." She said, "You don't even have a guru. How can you be a guru? How can you be a guru? How can you be a guru? You don't even have a guru." She knows the truth. He can't fool her. Sure, she followed him around until she saw the truth and said, "Fuck you! You're nothing. You a piece of shit. You a piece of shit."
Look at Lalita. She's showing you a real ecstasy. Look at your guru. He didn't show you real ecstasy.
He thinks he he's so deluded. He thinks that they're laughing and crying over him. And yawning man here is yawning because of him. And this freak over here is freaking out. It's such baloney. But I'm just going to tell you, this is a good learning example of how people can get caught up in these online cults. Look, these people are caught up in this online crap. He's got the same, I'm glad he's only got like 5 idiots that follow him that will go on there. Like that Radhe, she won't go on there. I don't see her on there. Her husband doesn't go on there. All these other people don't go on there. He's got new people that come on. They won't go on. They're not going to go on there and show their face with him. His nonsense. To be associated with him. I definitely would never go on this guy's thing, even to debate him or anything. I didn't put my face on his fucking platform. The fuck? Your guru is supposed to be your spiritual sex toy. It's funny. It's always the wife that gives away the game. Prabhupada's wife, this guy's wife, Gopal Krishna's wife, Tamal Krishna's wife. All these gurus are wives, man. It's always the woman that breaks them down. Harikesh, Lokanath. They always fall to the woman or the little girl that they preach against. They preach against it so much, and then they all end up with a woman. Trivik Ram, Giri Raj, Jaya Tirtha, unless they're looking for little boys, Kirtanananda, Bhavananda. Oh, a bunch of bullshit. It's all a bunch of bullshit. All of them. Hridayananda, Bhakti Vikash, Indra Yumna, Narayan, the Radhe, Sham, whatever her name is, Radhe Dasi. All of them. This fuck. This piece of shit. This big fucking piece of shit. Manipulating these people. Fucking retard, man. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. But that's how I'm at a loss for words, so I just find the closest word I can. Oh man, it's friggin' insane. Friggin' insane. Insanity. Okay, I'm gonna keep going because I want to get to some videos. You guys keep sending in videos, and I need to get to them. So I'm going to get to a couple. I'm going to get to at least a couple today. I got to try to get to these videos, man. Let's see what we got here. I got hundreds and hundreds of videos. What is this?
They are generally equipped with the qualities of passion and ignorance. And man also may be, but man can be elevated to the platform of goodness. Woman cannot.
Oh, so there you go. Prabhupada just said, there you go. You heard it from the lips, right from the lips of the guru, that women cannot rise to the mode of goodness. They are stuck in the modes of passion and ignorance. And men are too, but men can rise to the mode of goodness, but women cannot. That's why women are less. That's why Prabhupada says women are less intelligent. They can't get out of that mode of ignorance. They cannot get to the mode of goodness. Let's hear him say it again, for those of you in the back.
And man also are generally equipped with the qualities of passion and ignorance. And man also maybe, but man can be elevated to the platform of goodness. Woman cannot.
Oh, there you have it. So, unfortunately, all you women out there, you're stuck in the mode of ignorance. You can't come to the mode of goodness. You just can't. I'm sorry. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you are stuck in the mode of ignorance, and that's that. That's that. That's that. Yeah, straight from the mouth of the woman-hating crossdresser. Absolutely, straight from the mouth of the white supremacist. Then why does she need women disciples if they're so dumb in his eyes? So he can use them for free labor. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. He didn't want it. Look, Prabhupada did not want to initiate women, but he said he had to because he came to America, and in America, that's what you do. He said that. Let's see, we got another one here. So sorry, women, you're stuck in the mode of ignorance. You can't get to the mode of goodness, no matter how hard you try. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, generally.
I don't know what happened there. I guess it got sent to me twice. I don't know what happened. Let's see. Okay, here. Okay, no. I clicked on the wrong one. Here we go.
Europe, China, Mexico, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Malaysia, US. क्या हुआ? मैं वर्ल्ड टूर पे जा रहा हूँ भाई, नया साल है, कुछ तो करना है ना, कहीं तो जाना है ना, कुछ तो किक चाहिए. आपके भी कुछ प्लान्स तो होंगे ही ना. खैर, जो भी प्लान्स हैं आपके, उस प्लान के साथ आप हमारा एक छोटा सा प्लान ऐड कर सकते हैं. अपने जीवन को ठीक ठाक करने के लिए हर साल कुछ ना कुछ तो आप लोग.
I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying, but it looks like, to me, it looks like he's counting all the money that he scammed, that he got all this different money from all these different countries, that he scammed people. He was selling books and he was scamming people in every country on the planet, and he's just got all his money now, and he's just counting out all the money, all the different kinds of money. He's got money from China, Mexico, Sri Lanka,
Malaysia, US.
Yeah, all this money. I got all this scamming money. I've been busy. I've been scamming my ass off. That's what I've been doing. Oh, goddamn fucking pieces of shit. Hate this goddamn cult. Okay, so that was that one. Get rid of that. Let's see what we got here. This reminds me when I worked at ITV. I see this type of shit all day long. All this stuff was new. When I was at ITV, all this like digital graphics and all this stuff was all pretty new at that time. It sounds like a funeral. It sounds like a funeral. There's nothing. Let me just say this. This type of shit is definitely like a funeral. There's nothing transcendental about it. Nothing ecstatic about it. There's nothing happy about it. There's nothing enjoyable about it. This is bullshit. This droning on is like I feel like I'm at a funeral. Okay, I'm at a funeral. And I don't care if you tell me, well, they're singing about Krishna and Radha and blah, blah, blah. I don't care. It's depressing. It's boring. It's depressing. It's not. It doesn't make me feel good. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. If Pseudo Jesus lost all his viewers, he would spiral into severe depression. Yeah, he's not. He's not. He doesn't have. He's not self-realized. He's not happy just chanting. He's happy being a guru. He's happy when he's preaching and he's yelling and he's talking shit about ISKCON gurus and Narayan Maharaj, and he's talking about Rupa Nuga and Chaitanya Leela and the six Goswamis, and he can talk about himself and how he had a dream and how I had a dream and I'm this, and because he always mentions about how the disciplic success, because he's always talking about how you need to listen to him, and then he goes into how he had a dream. This is fucking bullshit, and it pisses me off that people fall for this. They fall for all this shit. I mean, I shouldn't be any more pissed off than I am at him, and I'm not. I'm really not. It's just that he's right there, and she comes in here and she's talking and she's like, "Oh, you sound like a Vadi." Oh, well, it's just insanity. It's total friggin' insanity. From the mouth of the monster himself, absolutely. Getting PTS symptoms already. I know. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. I think I'm gonna do one more and call it a night. Let's see what we got here.
You live with a kid for 18 years and suddenly he looks just like everybody else. How are we gonna find him?
Tommy, over here, honey.
How did you spot him, Mary?
Well, I ought to know my own son.
Hare Krishna.
Hi, Daddy. How are you?
I'm fine.
Oh my God! So this was. I worked at ITV, and ITV had the rights to this episode of Lou Grant Show, and could distribute it as part of their Hare Krishna in Hollywood series. And I would make copies of this to duplicate, make copies. And I've watched it probably 3 or 4 times. The first time because I didn't know what it was, and then the second time probably making copies, and then maybe a few other times. And it was such a big deal. It was like, oh, the Lou Grant Show is showing the Hare Krishnas, and it's good, and it shows them, and the guy joined, and then the family rejects him, but then it's all happy at the end, and it's all this. And fuck the Lou Grant Show for doing that. This is propaganda. This Lou Grant Show probably caused people to join. People probably joined this cult thinking that this was okay. This is not okay. They're trying to legitimize this cult when they did this Lou Grant Show. For some reason, I don't know why. Probably because somebody joined. Somebody's kid joined, and they said, hey, we can make a story out of this. We can make an episode out of this. But they didn't understand what was really going on. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done this. They would have fucking got the kid out. If they really wanted to help him, they would have got the kid out and done a whole story about that, about Lou Grant, about how they deprogrammed this guy and got him out of the cult, not how they helped him get in the cult. I know Lou Grant was trying to be all progressive and be like, hey, we're gonna. No, you did you got it ass backwards, okay? You got it ass fucking backwards. 16th century Bengali funeral. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Like, what? That ain't no fun. Hare Krishna, Dad. I know. I know. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Masters of detachment. I know, like they're got yogic powers. Like I got powers. I can just detach from my family. No, you're a fucking asshole. What did your family do to you? What did your family do to you? You joined a cult. Your family didn't do anything. You joined a cult. Now you think they're demons. You think they're Sisupal and they're demons and whatever. That's your family didn't do anything. I know, it's freaking insanity. If my dad didn't die before I joined New York for a few months, he would have cut my balls off to prevent Krishna grandkids. Yeah, my dad wasn't happy when I started hanging out with the Hare Krishnas. I was living at home with my daughter. I was a single dad, a single parent. I'm living at home, and they're helping me out because my wife, she's left, and I got this baby, and so they're letting me live at home. And then I started hanging out with the Hare Krishnas, and my dad was like, he didn't tell me I couldn't, but he wasn't happy about it. But he never confronted me about it. But he was just, I could tell he wasn't happy about it. And he made a couple comments about hanging out with those Krishnas. Because he was passive aggressive. He was non-confrontational. So he wasn't going to tell me, I don't want you doing that. But he kind of made it clear that he wasn't happy about it. But I in a way, I wish he would have. I wish he would have said, what the fuck are you doing? Because maybe I would have stopped and said, yeah, what the fuck am I doing? I mean, I don't know, but maybe I would have. Maybe I wouldn't have spent 20. Maybe I would have only spent 10. Maybe I wouldn't have joined at all. I really don't know, but what can we do? My dad didn't do that, and I ended up spending 20 years in. That I do know. And I don't blame my dad. I don't blame him for it. He did the best he could. He did the best he could, and I joined anyway. My dad did the best he could, and I joined the fucking Hare Krishna anyway. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dad. Okay. Hey, that's gonna do it for me tonight. I will end on this note though. I'm gonna go out with he got some moves. He's got some moves, man. He's got some moves. He's got some moves. He's got some all right. He's got some moves, man. But so for all you out there that are still in the cult, all I can really say is just walk away.
There has been too much violence, too much pain. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror. Just walk away.
Just walk away. Dancing Queen Giggity is the best. It is so funny. And I got one. I got a sound for that, and I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is, but I'm gonna do it one more because this is so funny. This is so good. He's a dancing fool. I got to get that. I'm going to clip that. I'll definitely clip that. I'm a dancing fool. Frank Zappa, I'm a dancing fool. Absolutely, man. Hey, I'm going to go out with that. That's a good one. Dancing fool. Everybody, yeah. I want to thank everybody for joining in tonight. Lisa, the new one, thanks for joining in. Hit the like, share, and subscribe. Everybody, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Jolynn, Duke of Squirrels, Fake Human, Eliana, my moderator, thanks for being here. Rafal, Jenna Morton, AJ, Wow, U7V, good to see you. Tim, Fake Human again, Tim again, and what's his name? I forgot. I'm forgetting your name, and I feel so bad. Trey Martin, I think, was here at one point, and I said AJ, but it was God, I can't remember. Jeff was here. Jeff stopped by. Aviator Lochan, everybody. I mean, it was just a great night. Brandon, thanks for stopping by, man. Absolutely, it's great when you're here. Yeah, she's a delusional woman. She's definitely delusional. And you know what? Even Hot Lips stopped by. So hey, what can I say? We had Hot Lips, and who else do we have in here today? I guess that's it. If I forgot you at all, I'm sorry. I don't mean to forget anybody, of course. And all you other Gora Hari followers that are watching, because I know you're watching, you guys are insane. You guys are insane. And I hope you come to your senses. I hope you can come to your senses at some time. At some time, I hope you can come to your senses. And everybody, God bless everybody. Thank you, everybody. Please have a great day, great night, great morning, great afternoon, great evening. If you're hungry, have a great brunch. If please have some great luck. Please stay out of a cult. Stay out of the Hare Krishnas. If you're out, don't go back. Okay, please do me a favor. If you're out, don't go back. Okay, please don't go back. And for all you new viewers out there, and your old viewers too, this is me. This is me when I was a Hare Krishna. I was a Hare Krishna at one time. And now you're going to get to see me when I was a Hare Krishna. Thanks, everybody.
Nobody fucks with the Jesus.